Everybody, welcome to DOD TV. We're going to have just a little bit of a pre-show about the deer that went down this week. This is a deer we call Danger.
He's reacting to another buck, I guarantee. We got him. We just killed Danger.
This edition of DOD TV is brought to you by Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on.
You know, we always talk about Drury Outdoors as a family. Well, today, as soon as I killed that deer, word started spreading, and all of a sudden, Adam Anderson and Brandon Jennings and Chris Comstock, they're all within 2 hours, they're like, we want to come see the deer, we want to come see the footage. So here we're having a little bit of a watch party, and it's kind of cool. That's why we're such a family, right? We're going to show a little bit about how it went down this morning. Pre-13, and 13 is going to be, you know, a lot more informative. This is a little bit more informal. So here we go. We pulled this muddy bull into place 5-6 days ago because I'm getting pictures all around it, and I'm thinking that Danger could be bedded in this 15-acre patch of brush because I was having trouble getting him in his normal home range. And we're having a good morning, and all of a sudden we look down, here's this beautiful 10-point coming toward us. And we figured this deer was probably 3.5. He's coming straight up a trail that we had trimmed, all this different trimming, to make sure that we could see down into this bottom, to make sure if any deer were coming we could see them. You can see all the trimming we did. We trimmed for about 2 hours, 5 or 6 days ago. And all of a sudden, this guy, he's feeling his oats. And Wade's just burning the footage down as normal. He comes over here to this cedar, and all of a sudden he starts to really take over the show. Check this out. Up in the air!
And ripped it off.
Why wasn't he there when we were trimming, Wade? He could have really helped us out. It's up in the air, it's out!
It's like five.
Right on his back, bam! Good stuff. So, it's like dead calm, dead quiet this morning. There's zero noise, zero wind, pressure was 30.3, and I'm sitting there in my mind thinking, if Danger's close, and he hears that, it's gonna make him mad. Because if this is his bedroom like we suspect, he's not gonna like that. Any buck in here close to him. You know, and this deer comes on in and he goes past the blind. And we're sitting there going, wow. You know, this is an amazing morning. And I'm sitting there and I hear another buck. And I'm whispering to Wade, even though this buck has passed by, and I'm looking to the west. Wade's been watching east because we had moving on both sides of the blind this morning. And he goes around this way on this side of the blind, but I could hear footsteps to the west. And I know I hear him, but I'm not sure because he's walking past, and then Wade gets back on the 10-point, and then something really cool happened. Now the 10-point, he started out on the west side, now he's on the east side of the blind. High pressure. They can't smell us. He's looking into that brush. Those footsteps I heard. Look at him. Watch his demeanor change.
Tail down.
Tail down.
He's
Nose
like,
dripping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow. Slobbering.
Look.
Oh yeah. He's on.
Wagged his tail and then runs. If you listen close, listen.
Wade, he's reacting to another buck, I guarantee you.
I said, Wade, he's reacted to another buck, I'll guarantee you. I'm like, he had to have seen something good. At that point, I look out the back of my window and I'm sitting there staring and I see legs in the brush at like 15 yards. And I look again and it's the steps that I had heard earlier, and then I grab Wade's leg because he's still facing to the east, and I said, here comes a buck, and then I get one more glimpse and I'm like, it's him. You know, and I grab his leg harder, you know? So then he's coming past the blind through all this brush, and then you get this moment where we're just sitting there waiting and shaking
Yeah.
and breathing.
Seemed like it took about 10 minutes.
It did. So we're thinking, okay, is he standing there? Is he left? We can't see him. He's not walking. We would have heard him. So we're like, he's got to be there. But he just wouldn't show himself. And finally he coughed, and then we knew he was still there. There's a cough.
Yes.
There he is.
Oh,
Look at that face. Look at that
We just killed him, buddy.
What you can't see is Wade, right? All right, I'm on film, right? But the deer runs off, and I'm not lying. Okay, the deer runs off, and he goes over the hill, and about the time he goes over the hill, Wade pans, I see him panning back and moving to me, and I'm like, wow, he's doing that early. And he goes against the blind, and he does this. You don't notice it, but I stopped the cameras and I grabbed Wade and I said, settle down. I grabbed him and I held him. It's okay, son. We got this. It was okay. And we started. But we were both very excited, obviously.
Oh my gosh, good for you guys.
It was 85 that day. It was that hot, hot day.
Yeah.
I got 15 cameras up for this guy. Like, we've been hunting this deer for 2 years, and I finally felt like I was honed in on him. And I got a lot of cameras up for him, but every one is where I can tip in on the right wind and check it and get out. I didn't have to penetrate at all into this bedding area. I checked every single camera in that area, and he was on none of them that day, where he had been systematically, you know, once in a while. And I told Wade, I said, I don't think he's here today. Let's go do it. I checked. It was 85 degrees, and I'm like, today's the day. Let's go get it done. Taylor, this is the scene of the crime. We had to come back and get a few things. Danger literally came through all that brush. We couldn't see him on the blind side of the blind. Came to that grass, got to right there, 20 seconds of pre-roll, and I shot him out of that vertical right there. The reason I brought that muddy bull in about 5 days ago was because the trees are too small to hang here, and I felt like we were in his bedroom at the end of all this grass.
Woo!
I had to bring Taylor down and show her that.
Danger is dead.
We are enjoying the
smokes.
day just a little bit.
Yes, we are. This is surreal.
Most bizarre hunt, literally, we've ever been on. Most of our sets, the wind's straight in our face, and we're sitting there with our back to the back of a blind or a tree stand, and we're watching all the movement. We sunk this thing in the middle of his bedroom, and I told Wade, I said, we're only going to be able to hunt here on really high pressure with very little wind, or a southeast wind I felt like was good. So we get in there, and the pressure, you could just see everything's going up and up and up, and the movement was literally on every side of the blind, and I was like, we got to split. I said, you watch east, I'm going to watch west. We never do that. I mean, this is very rare for us. I'm sitting there, we're back to back in the blind, watching like this, whispering. What do you see? There's a doe crossing the path, you know. We even practiced moving in the blind and what we were going to do if they were here or there or there. I mean, we went through all that kind of like a dress rehearsal and ended up, you know, he did none of that. five steps away and got him. So it was a pretty amazing morning for us.
I guess, yeah.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
Woo.
we have a lot of fun at Drury Outdoors, and this goes to show you what a big family we have. I mean, these guys driving up here to share the evening with us and share the fun with the deer of a lifetime just speaks to what this team's all about and what this family's all about. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Love you.
Well, congratulations, Dad.
Thank you, darling. Thank you, Wade. Thank you, Scott. It is a team effort around here, and we are enjoying a beautiful season, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. We much appreciate it.
This segment of DoD TV is brought to you by PSE's Carbon Air Experience Performance.